Hello and welcome once again to another comic book review video, and yes, again, this is in the 2-in-1 format, and this is the late night edition, and this is once again your host, the one and only Spence Dog, and welcome once again back to the Spence Dogs Lounge. So the past couple weeks I've been sort of MIA, real life stuff going on and all that stuff, but anywho, I've been able to read some cool comics in the past couple of weeks, and let's start for the week of March 22nd. So there were only 4 comics from that week, and that was Detective Comics 953, and let's get started with that. So basically, this is the continuation of the League of Shadows arc, and I'm just going to put it bluntly, shit is hitting the fan at this point. Batman and his allies are getting screwed over by Lady Shiva left and right. Everyone's going down, and Batman's the only man left standing. And also, at this point, I honestly think we're going to see... dang it, I'm blanking on her name. It's Cassandra Cain. There we go. I think we are going to get a final resolution or fight with her between either Shiva or Batman and a new mysterious figure that showed himself at the end of the issue. But overall, it was a roller coaster of emotions, start to a finish. Good book. Once again, Tinian, he's doing really good characterization with this book, and personally, if you're a fan of the extended Bat family and you want to read something related to Batman, check this title out. I've been enjoying it a lot, and I have nothing really to complain about with it. And I'm going to have to give this a rating of 8.6 out of 10. Alrighty, next issue is Mother Panic number 5. I do like the Young Animal titles, but I would like this stuff to wrap up soon, finish up the first arc. I see there is no resolution going in the future. Yes, they're still doing the slow burn, adding details to Violet's back history, which is interesting, but I would like to see some type of resolution at some point, because if I don't see that, I'm probably going to have to drop it. But it's still good to read, I honestly think, but I might think this is better in a trade paperback format. Well, I'm probably going to give it one more issue before I decide to drop it. I'm going to have to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And then, oh man, Unworthy Thor number 5. For a while now, I've been reading this series, one of my favorite minis out of Marvel to come out in the past year, and this ending, it gave us a lot of closure. So a while back, there was the original Sin story on how Nick Fury, he whispered something in Thor's ear that made him lose Mjolnir, and we finally heard the words of it, and the words were, yes, this I'm about to say is a huge spoiler. If you don't want to know, back out right now, but I'm going to say it. Gore was right. And I'm not sure if any of you guys know, but Gore, he was a villain introduced by Jason Aaron in Thor, the God of Thunder run. Still haven't read that, but it's on my to-read list. Overall, really like this mini-series, and it puts Thor Odinson in a new light in the Marvel Universe. He still doesn't have a Mjolnir, but he's still willing to fight the fight. So it was a good character piece overall, and it did provide a good space opera adventure feel to it. So if you're a fan of Thor Odinson, check this mini out. It was really fun. I liked it a lot. I'm going to have to give that final issue an 8 out of 10. And then also, not going to spoil the ending, but there is if you've heard the news already about it, well, congratulations to you, because you know what it's about, but someone has the hammer but we don't know who. So, answers will eventually be revealed. I, for one, am interested to see who has it. Who has the ultimate Mjolnir. And the last comic of the week of March 22nd is Iron Fist #1. So I know the show came out a while back, and then I heard the news there was going to be an Iron Fist comic, and it was like, alright, synergy right there. But decided to check it out. I like it. It's pretty fun. Basically, in this issue, we see Danny Rand. He's disconnected from his chi. Well, I don't know if this is like in the same continuity of Kari Andrews run a while back, but I'd have to read that and make sure if Danny does lose his chi in that run. But anywho, he loses his chi, but he gets this invitation to an island in the South China Sea to find his purpose again. And what the guy says is like, become who you are meant to be again. So overall, I liked it a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, like there were some issues with the Iron Fist show, but overall I thought it was good. And since from watching the show and reading the comic, I liked it. It's pretty good. Check it out. 8.5 out of 10. And actually, that Iron Fist is my pick of the week. So there's that. And then also, let's jump to the week of March 29th. There were a lot of cool comics that came out from that week, and instead of me blabbing, let's just start talking. So, we had the Titans Annual from DC, and this issue was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it a lot. We had all the teachers and proteges, they came together. So, Wonder Woman, Donna Troy, Batman, Nightwing, etc., etc. So we had all of them together on a team, and it was very fun. The art, fantastic. Really good art. And we saw a villain that we haven't seen in a while in the DC Comics, the Key. And overall, it was a great story. Massive spoilers, and I'm about to say this. If you don't want to hear this, back up. I'm saying it anyways. Donna Troy isn't really a human, and that was revealed in this issue. So I was a little bit surprised about that. And there was, the way I see it, like the Justice League, they were born out of necessity to save the world, but the Titans, they all come together as friends. So it's a little bit interesting to see how the different parallels between them. Like, sure, like the Justice League is meant for the time of the most need of the most dire need of the world when they need them, but the Titans, they're friends and they work together. So it's interesting to show that component in the comic, and really enjoy what Dan Abnett has done so far. And there was an ending which I think alludes to Dr. Manhattan showing up sometime soon down the road. That's just what I think. But anywho, the next comic is Hal Jordan and Space Ghost. So this was part of the DC Hanna-Barbera crossover comics, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I didn't get the chance to read any others, but I will eventually. But for me, growing up, I would always stay up late at night and wait for Space Ghost to come on Adult Swim. So I immediately knew I was going to be reading this. And also, I'm a huge fan of the Green Lanterns as well. Overall, great issue. A lot of cool humor, a lot of funny humor in it, and also unique artwork. And it was written by James Tynion, and I'm blanking on the name of the artist, but it was a good think piece. Like, the truth is out there, but are we willing to accept the truth or just sugarcoat ourselves about the truth? So, thought it was interesting. And then, oh yeah, gonna have to give it an 8.8 out of 10. And then for Titans, it's going to be a 9. Next issue is XMen Prime #1. So recently, Marvel, they have done this whole resurrection line of the X-Men and Inhuman titles, and this is the title that is going to give us like a preview of what's to come for the X-Men, and this is co-written by both Mark Guggenheim, Greg Pak, and Cullen Bunn. It was pretty good, and for the parts that Guggenheim wrote, I'm going to give him the credit where it's due. He did a good job, but I still think his work on Arrow is complete shit. That's all I have to say. And overall it was really good. I enjoyed it, and 8.6 out of 10 for me. And then Infamous Iron Man #6. I am enjoying this series. In this issue, we just really get Victor. Victor still meets some obstacles down the road. Like, he runs into Sharon Carter, and she tries to get him to surrender himself, but he doesn't. And we get a little sneak peek of someone who we might be seeing in an issue or so, and that is Riri Williams, the recent new Iron Man. And also that's the title being written by Brian Bendis, but I haven't checked it out, so really can't say anything about that series. Overall, this issue, I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10, and then this is a little bit of foreshadowing, but I think is going to be happening soon. We are going to be getting a fight between Ultimate Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom, so consider me hyped. And then last issue of the week is Moonshine #6. This was the end of story arc for Moonshine #6. Very much enjoyed this series. It is an Image title, and this was a mature title, and it lived up to my expectations. Really enjoyed it. It was dark, visceral, moody, and it had a twist I did not expect. And if this does get renewed for a second story arc, I will definitely be picking it up. But don't really want to spoil this too much for you guys, but I honestly think it's worth checking out once it comes out to trade paperback. I'm going to have to give it an 8.4 out of 10. Oh yeah, and then pick of the week, Titans Annual. Yeah, the Titans Annual from DC. Anywho, thank you once again for checking out my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below what you've been reading. What would you like me to start reading? Give reviews on. I'd like to hear some feedback. And then also follow me at Twitter at SpenceDogYoy. And thank you once again for checking out my channel.